Hi there, my name is Sadie. I am in Nikki's Pack Accelerator class currently. During the day, my day job is working your traditional 9 to 5 in an accounting department as a manager. This is something that interests me because I had no prior experience with animal communication. I didn't even know that this was a career path or an option to have somebody speak to my animals. And I came across one of Nikki's videos on Facebook and it caught my interest and I started following her. So, one of the challenges that led to me joining this program was I had never owned a dog or a cat or anything prior in my life. And I recently got a dog in the last 4 or 5 years ago. That was our first fur baby. And when we got our second one, she was a rescue and she's a little more reserved than our first dog. And I was just curious what goes on in that little mind of hers. And when I saw Nikki's videos, I actually originally started following her page to see if I could get a reading done for her. And then I found out that she was actually doing a program where you could learn to do this yourself. And then when you add on the business side of things and actually learn it as a potential career move, that just blew me away. And it definitely caught my interest. And when Nikki talks about, anybody can learn this, it definitely piqued my interest. So one of the positive impacts in doing this program is you really learn a lot about yourself. It's something that it just makes you a little more aware of what's going on around you, the environment, and all our little animal friends in this animal kingdom. I'm more aware of all kinds of creatures, not just, your typical dogs and cats. I'm a little more hypersensitive to now I'm seeing bugs everywhere. I'm seeing the little bird in my tree outside my window. And it's just really kind of opened my eyes into this new world that I had just kind of not ignored, but just kind of took for granted, I guess. So for me personally, this is one of the major changes on me was I've always struggled with meditation. I found that mindfulness is a little easier for me to do. And when you're doing mindfulness and you're trying to connect to an animal, you're just a little more aware of everything. It's just you have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on self-care. You are tuned into one being, and it makes everything else around you kind of fall away. And you just have to kind of focus on one thing at a time instead of juggling so many balls in the air or, multitasking like many of us are taught to do or kind of forced to do in our day to day. So it really has forced me to kind of slow down and take things day by day and also just be grateful for the things that are in my life and just make some time for me and something I'm passionate about now. One of the cool things about this program is the results I got were from day one. I mean, I was able to connect with an animal on the first lesson. Other members in the group were able to connect with animals. And it's not just, a specific type of animal. We've done readings for goats and for hedgehogs, for all kinds of beings. I've connected with bugs. Like I mentioned earlier, just being a little more aware of different types of animals. And the thing that really blew me away is I have allergies. So my dogs right now are more hyperallergenic, sorry, but I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to long-haired dogs that shed, so I can't be in the presence of those types of animals, but I can still read them. I can still tune in with them. And that's what fascinated me about this program is you're connecting with them telepathically. And that just blew my mind. So something that I would have thought would have not been something that I could do previously, it's an option for me in this crazy world that you can just connect with an animal with your mind. So that fascinated me. One of the results that just surprised me is, again, I wasn't expecting to be able to connect with an animal on the first day, but I was. And just the ways that you receive messages, I receive them in many different ways. I see pictures, I hear songs, and it's just fascinating to me how the mind can absorb these types of things and then share it with somebody else. Having readings done on my animals, I have been left in tears. I've had goosebumps. Some of the messages that we receive, and for my animal friends, it's just been fascinating to me. If you are considering this program in any way, if you are worried you're not going to be given enough resources, that's not the case. If you're curious about this world and you want to connect with your fellow animals or friends' animals, or you're really considering this as a business, Nikki's giving you all the tools to do so. It's an intensive program, but we've got support from group members. I've made some new friends in the program, and I'm typically a little more of a shy person, but some of the connections we've made and the lessons we can teach each other. It's been quite a ride, honestly. It's been an amazing experience. And I am so glad I joined the program, and I'm doing this for myself and for my future as a animal communicator, hopefully coming soon. And I might see you in one of the future classroom settings, or see you live on the internet if you decide to go forward with this program too. Good luck. Thank you.